Circus Flora has sprung up like Brigadoon on the Powell Hall parking lot for its annual celebration of chills and thrills. Flora likes to have a dramatic story to tell through its acts, though this year I'd say it's more a theme than a story. The title of this year's show is Pastime, and the pastime is baseball, of course, in St. Louis. But this pastime, in the script by Cecil McKinnon and Jack Marsh, features the hapless Mound City Zephyrs, not our town's better-known and more successful birds on a bat. In fact, the Zephyrs begin the evening at the bottom of whatever league they're in, as far as I could tell from the muddied reports of the stadium announcer. The walls of a big tent mess up sound even more than a big stadium. Things are better when McKinnon, as the ever-helpful Yo-Yo the ringmaster, makes announcements. Other than the occasional filler bits when a big ball was chased by an often inept fielder, and the costumes by Nina Reed for the Zephyrs and their opponents, and a retro-style scoreboard on Sarah Perline's set, lighted by Jesse Alford. Other than that, the baseball thing is pretty much let slide. This year, the Flying Wallendas play leadoff batter, not to abandon baseball altogether. They do familiar routines, no big pyramids, though just carrying across the wire a young woman perched on a chair held on a yoke between two men can have my stomach queasy about safety. This is followed by comic relief, very funny comic relief with Johnny Piers and his Muttville Comics. They're all rescue dogs doing amazing things nonstop with amazing precision and making Piers the butt of the slapstick he's trained them to do. The clown Amanda Crockett appears as the Zephyrs' #1 fan, dressed appropriately, though with more hats than she knows what to do with, or rather does know what to do with in a classic routine. Later, she climbs up to a trapeze and does very funny parodies of all those dangerous acrobatics we've seen before. She probably makes them even trickier by making them funny. Two graduates of the St. Louis Arches, the youngsters who brightened every Circus Flora, are back. Sidney Eiking Bateman and Melvin Diggs leap through rings and balance on each other, and sometimes the rings, barely balanced, fall down, and they put them up and do it again. Those mistakes, if they are mistakes, assure us that what they are doing really is difficult. These two develop a great rapport with the audience. La Turumba from Peru are, to me, a person with little acquaintance with horses, the best equestrian act I've seen. Most of it is one guy on one horse, and he really does backflips off and onto the horse and leaps through a ring of fire from the back of the horse. The other guy in the act goes aloft, flying on a metal apparatus and then on leather straps, where he's joined by the first guy flying off the horse and back on, making lovely patterns together in the air. And it's a lot of action, not just horses pounding around the ring. Also new this year is the Cuban Connection. More amazing acrobats, first on the vertical Chinese pole, where they work at right angles to it, then two hold a flexible horizontal Russian bar, while a third bounces off it, does multiple backflips, and winds up back where he started. The Arches open the second part of the show. They're always my favorite part of Circus Flora. Jessica Hentoff may be running out of new things for them to do, but she's even more inventive in the way she combines what they do. They never stop. The Flying Cortez, the aerialists on the high trapezes, come last, and they do stop while the trapeze swings some, and then they do something quick and amazing, and one of them tries the triple flip and, of course, slips from the hands of the catcher the first time. As I said, I'm suspicious of these failures, and he has to do it again and gets it right this time as we cheer. And Janine Del Arte and the Circus Flora Band go on playing Miriam Cutler's music. And I think the Zephyrs won something. I'm sure those of us in the audience at Circus Flora won something.
Oh, it was terrific as usual.
Oh, such a delight, such a delight.
Hey, thanks for watching. Click here to subscribe and check us out on Facebook. The link is below.